Peace, y'all. Hey, it's my first time going live on YouTube. Like, dang, maybe I need to open the door. I hope it doesn't sound like echoey in here. Hold on, let me open the door. Okay, I don't know if that fully helped because I don't want it to sound all echoey. But happy new moon eclipse in Virgo. I hope you are having a beautiful Sunday. And if you haven't, go check out the other eclipse reading I did because that one was on a Sunday too. That's what made me think about it. So it was just so beautifully aligned, especially as we're about to exit out of Virgo season. This was our second new moon of the year, the second new moon in Virgo of the year. So this energy is very potent that's coming about right now, right as we're about to step into Libra season. We have fall equinox that's right here tomorrow, I believe. I've been meaning to look at my calendar, but I think it's tomorrow, the 22nd. So the energies are so potent. The things that can and that are coming to fruition right now, coming into existence right now, is like so beautiful. So here we are with our reading to be able to fully tap in with the energies and help align ourselves on our path so that we are reaching our desires, coming into greater purpose, greater knowing, greater understanding. As we in gaining that better understanding of ourselves, right? And so this is just to help us on our journey of life. And so, yeah, we're going to get right into it so it doesn't go too long. As always, I have created a new spread for this new moon eclipse in Virgo. And so, yeah, if you want to go back and see like the energies that have kind of been traversing, because we did the new moon in Virgo, that was at the beginning of Virgo season. I can't even think of the date. But at the beginning of Virgo season, we had our first new moon in Virgo, and then we just had our Pisces full moon eclipse. And so here we are on the other half of the eclipse. We'll also be traversing these eclipse axis portals for the next couple of years. So buckle in for what Pisces and Virgo is going to be teaching us, what it's going to be bringing to us, unfolding for us, closing out for us. Eclipse magic is so beautiful. I really love working with eclipse portals because really at the eclipse, for me, all you need to do is surrender. So it's like such a test of faith, such a test of like really having to get out of your own way and allowing like God and the universe and like these energies to do its natural thing. Because, whether you want to believe it or not, we are affected by the cosmos. What do they say is like literally our bodies are made out of stardust as well. So, yeah, we are very much affected, as we are affected by many things, even as human beings. But let me not get into tangents. So, my books are open for this. You can still get your personal new moon reading, new moon eclipse reading in Virgo up until tomorrow. So tomorrow you will still be able to get a personal reading, but my books will be open at the next full moon. So my books are open at the new moon and full moons for the readings. The same schedule. I do my readings here on YouTube. Also, the questions are the same. The channel messages is just personal for you and your situation, so you know that the reading is for you. So let's get into it. May this message be in your highest and your best good. God bless this message. Bless me as an instrument so that I can channel this message in a clear and concise way. That's what it says. So it is. Calling in my angels and my guides to assist me in this message. Okay, so the spread is, excuse me. The spread is what is now ready for harvest at this new moon eclipse in Virgo? What can now be cleared to make room for more growth? What energy is here to help prepare for the next season? What energy is calling to be seen from a new perspective? And lastly, we'll have guidance for clarity, a vision, direction, and next steps. So, yes, let's get right into this. I hope you don't mind if I do this real quick for the ancestors. Okay, right into it. So, Spirit, can I please have a card for what is now ready for harvest for those who are coming in contact with this reading? What is now ready for harvest at this new moon eclipse in Virgo? What is now ready for harvest at this new moon eclipse in Virgo? I think I need to kind of adjust my things back so I can have room for the cards. Like, I don't want to show my son's door. He has a sign up banning me. Okay. So, for what energy is now ready for harvest? We have a conclusion is within reach, a new moon, a new romantic cycle begins, and you and your loved ones are safe. So, we were just in this full moon eclipse energy, right? This was the Pisces energy. We're seeing Libra and Cancer energy here, which are both cardinal signs being the ones that are the beginning, the ones that are the initiators, the leaders, those that step up. So it's given like what's ready for harvest is you stepping forward in a romantic cycle, and also when something comes to family and maybe overall it's something how you relate, right? Because Libra rules over partnerships and relationships. Um, and we know that Cancer rules the family, right? So it's like with both of these, it's like maybe having to step up and do something in regarding your family, or something regarding relationships, something regarding family is there. We'll see as I get the clarification with the tarot, but something with the relationship, something with a loved one, someone that you care deeply about. And I forgot to mention that the two crystals that showed up for the reading is rose quartz and clear quartz. And I thought it was so interesting that rose quartz came up. But now that I'm thinking about it, Venus is now in Virgo, right? So maybe it's like that Virgo energy. And I was actually just having a talk with my friend, and she was talking about a lot of Venusian energy, and she was a Virgo. And I was mentioning to her, I was like, oh, wow, because, Virgo just went into Venus. So, like, maybe that's why. So, obviously, I feel like there's something there. And also with this, like, new moon in Libra, because I feel like some people might feel um, that this new moon in Virgo also is kind of like a new moon in Libra as well, just because it's like right on the cusp. I believe this is in like the 29th degree, the new moon in Virgo is. So we literally had it from the 0 to the 29th degree. So it was nearly almost. Because I remember there was a time I was like looking before all the astrologers kind of really started talking about that we would have two new moons. I was trying to read the cosmic calendar for myself, as I do, because I obviously work with moon cycles. Um, and like, luckily, I do have a calendar that lists like when the full moon and the new moons are, really all the moons. So I was like trying to do it myself, and I'm like, wait, something's off here, like something, because I mean, this is already it's given just like a new cycle, right? We're very much stepping into a new cycle, a new level. And so I just feel like there's going to be like a harmony and balance here. And especially we're about to move into Libra season. And that's what it's all about. So that's why conclusions are within reach. So maybe you're going to be obtaining something you've been wanting in Libra season. That's when the new cycle is going to begin. And Libra season is in 2 days. It begins on the 23rd. Today is the 21st. So yeah, your new cycle is literally going to be beginning in Libra. And don't worry with this, you and your loved ones are safe. It's giving that you don't have to worry that this new cycle isn't going to be in your highest and your best good, that things aren't going to be working in your favor. Oh, and it says believe in the impossible at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, believe in the impossible. Know that things are going to be working out for you. Like knowing that you and your loved ones are safe. What choices can you make? What decisions? Like what is your mindset then? Like what risks are you willing to take knowing that you and your loved ones are going to be safe no matter which direction that you go in? This new cycle that you may not have been able to perceive, may not have been able to see clearly. Like now, like, yeah. So believe in the impossible. Thank you, Spirit. And we'll get the clarification and see more on that. Can I please have a card for what can now be cleared to make room for more growth at this new moon eclipse in Virgo? What can now be cleared to make room for more growth at this new moon eclipse in Virgo? What can now be cleared to make room for new growth? And I had added this question because if you're tuned into my garden side of my channel, my farming side, I just cleared out a whole bed where like my peas have been like prolific. So talk about harvest. So I've really been in the garden with the work with the earth, working and harvesting at this time. Yeah, so I was just looking at my mic. I hope I'm not talking too low. I hope I'm not. And like, if it is, then maybe that's the way that it's supposed to be. So, yeah. So I cleared out this whole bed in the garden, right? And because I'm making way as we're coming into fall, as we're shifting seasons, we're literally at this fall equinox period, right? We're about to go into this new season. It's about to start cooling down. You know, before we think about it, before we know it, we're going to be in winter. And it's going to be time to really like kind of slow down and come back within. And so as we're shifting from this summer into this fall, right? As we're going into this new season, I have to grow new things. I live in Texas, like it's too hot for certain things to grow, but there's like room for new growth, clearing things out for new growth. So I just wanted to give the inspiration behind that a little, because yeah, I love how the garden teaches us how we can learn so much from nature. Thank you, Spirit. Can I please have a card for what can now be cleared to make room for more growth at this new moon eclipse in Virgo? It says, what do you need to release? And then I see a time for healing at the bottom of the deck, followed by work through your fears. So what needs to be released is whatever fears, whatever doubts maybe want to come up for this new cycle that's happening. Because we did see what was just on the bottom of the deck. We just saw believe in the impossible. So your fears, your doubts, if you're having a negative mindset, you're not going to be able to tap in that energy of like things are able to happen. Like we're talking about a second Virgo new moon. Like we haven't had this in a cycle. We just had the 999 portal, which was like something that had just came for our cycle. Oh, and that was at the full moon eclipse. And we see the full moon eclipse. So it's like recognizing that all these things have been culminating and helping you on your journey. So maybe you had to go through some tough things, you know, before you got this harvest. Like I said, I'm a farmer, right? I'm a farmer, so I have to do tough work before I can reap my harvest. And that's why I said there's so much that you can really learn from being in the garden, right? There's so much that can translate into how to move through your life. And I was already talking about having to clear that stuff out. So whatever you know, and like on the farm, I knew exactly like when it was time. Like the beans had been prolific and have been producing so much, like all summer long, like more than I could have ever expected. But and I was like, wow, so I got more than I anticipated, right? So much plenty. But it started to slow down. They started to die back a little bit. And of course, like I already was speaking about the season changing. So it was like, okay. And I already know there's new things I want to grow. There are fresh things that are coming into season that I want to be able to have the space to grow. Right. So it's being able to recognize whatever it is for your situation, what is naturally releasing at this time, and go ahead and just clear it out, because there is something that is ready to be birthed here. We're already speaking about this new cycle that you're stepping into very soon. And as you're stepping into this new cycle, you just don't want to bring any baggage. So it's a time for healing. So when you're going into this new cycle, you can maintain it, it's sustainable, and you're not bringing anything that can disturb it. Like really allow it to be a blessing for you by releasing the things that don't need to come to this next part. Excuse me. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Can I please have a card for what energy is here to help prepare for the next season? What energy is here to help prepare for the next season for at this new moon eclipse in Virgo? Emotions are running high. For what energy is here to help prepare for the next season? You're going to be feeling a lot, but I feel like that's where your intuition is going to be coming into play. And I see you're good enough. Full moon in Virgo. Bring love into the situation. For emotions are running high. We're going to get the clarification for that. But I just feel like with things that are going to be coming up, yeah. And maybe it's going to be like with this freshness and with this newness. And maybe there's even going to be some doubt coming in. So maybe there's going to be a lot of different things that you're going to be feeling as you're stepping into this new cycle. And you're going to have to be able to intuit what is true and what is false. Because with that, you're good enough Virgo energy that came on the bottom, there's like going to be so many beautiful things that are coming in, like especially with this Libra energy, you could best believe it's going to be something beautiful, so sweet and so good that's going to be coming in. And maybe it's going to be a part of you that feels like you don't even deserve all the good that's coming in, maybe that you don't even deserve all the blessings that are happening and occurring at this moment. And maybe that's going to be part of the work that you need to release, because maybe the fears and the doubts can affect it. And I think that was one of the things that I was speaking on in the past reading. One of the things that I was speaking on in the past reading is like, you were at such a crucial point. Even this card may have came out at the full moon in Pisces reading, which was such a beautiful reading. If you haven't watched it, go watch it, by the way, because it was in nature. It was so many signs that were coming up. It was really tapped in. But I was speaking about how you are at the pivotal moment of like creating something, of being able to birth something into existence. And like you didn't want to allow any like doubt or negativity to even affect what you are creating right now. And so it's given, it's still that. So like as things continue, so like as things begin to happen, if they're not occurring for you already, as things like begin to shift and change and you start to see things externally, you're still gonna have to be very much very much aware of what your energy is doing. But we'll see what the clarification is with the tarot. Okay, Spirit, what energy? Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. What energy is calling to be seen from a new perspective at this new moon eclipse in Virgo? What energy is calling to be seen from a new perspective? A time to give rather than take, more Virgo energy. Something about what you're here to do. Confidence is your key to success. A time to give rather than take. So it's going to be, when I see this energy, it's given, especially like if you look at the picture, there's something so graceful about it. So maybe what you have to give is going to be compassion or grace or having to like be the bigger person in whatever situation it may be, having to take that higher road because you already know what's destined for you, or you're already at this space where a lot of things are happening for you. So you're able to stand in a different type of energy, right? With this Leo energy, it's like your heart is in the right place. So it's like you can do that. You could be the bigger person. You can say the thing or you can do the thing. You have the capacity, or you've been blessed in a way that you're able to do something. And so maybe that, yeah, so maybe that's the new perspective that you have to have. Because yeah, you're getting to take the high road. You're being able to go in another direction. Because you know, there can be a lot of that energy online where it's talking about matching energy. Like, oh, this person did this, so I'm gonna do it back. Or, you know, they did this, so I'm not gonna do that. Instead of, and I think that brings people out of their real energy, right? Their authentic energy, how they would have came if they weren't hurt by this or that. So maybe a new perspective shift that needs to come is just being in the position to do certain things. Because I know like there's even something in the Bible that talks about like never tire of doing good. Like you don't ever want to tire of doing good, because I feel like people will get to that space. Like they'll be so fatigued of having to be the good one or the one that's like, but it's like you get to do that. And once you're in that knowing that that's the better place to be, it's like, you know, you could give that and know that you're going to be repaid for that. And you're about to. Because with this new moon and Libra energy, it's like what we're going to be stepping into in this new cycle, it's going to be fair, it's going to be just, it's going to be balanced. It's going to be like reaping what you sow. That's, you're going to harvest. You're going to be able to harvest all the good that you've been doing. So stay in that energy. Thank you, Spirit. Can I please have a card for guidance, for clarity, a vision, direction, and next steps for the collective? What is the guidance for clarity, vision, direction, and the next steps of this new moon eclipse in Virgo? Another card came out. Okay, so we got the end of a tough cycle approaches, work through your fears. And we already seen that we're stepping into this new cycle. So it's like, get out of your head, get out of your own way, and then let this new moon, like, or this eclipse energy do its thing. Let it clear whatever needs to be cleared out so the new thing can begin. So get out of your own way. Get the fears out. And I see balanced spirituality and practicality. So making sure that you're having the belief, the faith, as well as being able to take whatever steps need to be taken to go to the next space. Yeah. Because the end of the tough cycle approaches and we see a new romantic cycle begins. So there's about to be an ending, but something new is about to come and bless you at this time. Okay, let's get the clarification. get the clarification. This is already going longer than I suspected it to, or that I desired it to. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Can I please have additional clarifying message for what is now ready for harvest at this new moon eclipse in Virgo? What is now ready for harvest at this new moon eclipse in Virgo? What is now ready for harvest? Period. Chariot and the Page of Swords. Oh, yeah. Talk about a new cycle. Talk about a new cycle on the bottom of the deck. 8 of Cups, the Knight of Wands, the Fool, to the Ace of Pentacles. Talk about a new cycle. So with the full moon eclipse, and you're going to be able to see very clearly soon with this Page of Swords. Yeah, you're going to be able to see like very clearly. There's going to be some type of knowing, something that you learn, and something that's like, I don't know. And this, for somebody, there may be like an idea that comes, and like it's going to be something that you move forward with, and that's really what's going to bring you into a higher level, like some type of idea that you go forward with the Page of Swords and the Chariot. That's very interesting for that to come through. And maybe that's what you may have to take a risk on, because we have saw believe in the impossible at the bottom of the deck. And that card is a blue moon card. And it talks about, some things may only happen once in a blue moon, but it's happening for you. So there may be some type of inspiration that's going to come in. And the Chariot is Cancer energy too. So you might be a Cancer. But yeah, and so it's like, and know that you and your loved ones are safe. And I had already said, like, if you're moving from that energy, knowing that you and your loved ones are safe, what would you do? What risks would you be willing to take? What would you be willing to go forward on? Like, if you were to like, maybe this energy could be, for example, like, having to leave a job, and I won't say leave a job right now, the way that shit is looking, but maybe it's like there's something you want to go forward on, and it's like, okay, I could leave this job, right, or get out of this, and move forward with my dream, whatever it may be. And if you have a knowing that you and your loved ones are safe, would you go for it? And it's like, because it's giving, it's that. But regardless, some type of opportunity, some type of movement, some type of newness. And we were already just sensing that. So what's ready to be harvest is going to be a successful idea, a new way of being, a new way to do things, or maybe something that just like ends for something to go forward, something ending for something to begin. Yeah, and especially with the 8 of Cups on the bottom, it could be something like very much you're going in a new direction. 9 of Wands, you're moving forward. The Fool, like you're moving forward. To the Ace of Pentacles, you're going to move forward into your treasure. And I'm reading the Alchemist again, right? And it's all about, do you have the heart to go forward to receive your treasure? It's a journey. And with this Chariot, it's like, hop in. It's time to move forward. Like, we're going to fulfill our personal legend, babes. Hop in. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Can I please have additional clarifying messages? I saw 2 of Wands and 8 of Wands. Can I please have additional clarifying message for what can now be cleared to make room for more growth at this new moon eclipse in Virgo? What can now be cleared to make room for more growth at this new moon eclipse in Virgo? What can now be cleared to make room for more growth? I don't know if I'll take those. Those fall on the ground. Oh, but I see the Tower at the bottom of the deck. But I'm not going to take those for me. Okay. Clarifying message for what can now be cleared to make room for more growth at this new moon eclipse in Virgo. Temperance. It's about to be handled by the divine, actually. Like whatever's about to be cleared is gonna be like handled by spirit for you. So whether it's your angels, whether it's your ancestors, your guides, your higher self, whatever God divine presence, protection that you resonate with, it's gonna balance everything out. So it's giving you don't even need to get, and that's why you just gotta watch your emotions. Like for you, you just gotta not allow your emotions to get the better of you, to get the best of you. Because yeah, I'm seeing there's a divine influence here that's like working everything out. Yeah. So there's something that's gonna definitely be getting released by your angels. Yeah. And whatever you've been struggling with, it's gonna be lifted. Oh, it's gonna be lifted. And you're about to get that 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles under that. Harvest. Harvest. Yeah. So it's giving like, yeah, there's something even bigger than you know. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Can I please have a card for what energy is here to help prepare the collective for the next season at this new moon eclipse in Virgo? Oh, yeah, we needed a clarification on this one. What energy is here to help prepare for the next season? The 6 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, the Tower. Our emotions are running high with the 6 of Pentacles. And so we're seeing the scales again. We're seeing the scales again. So something coming into balance, something karmic, something just like, so whatever is coming in is going to be fair and balanced. Something you work for with the 7 of Pentacles at the bottom. And that's harvest energy again. Yeah. So maybe something that has kind of like been getting you off of balance is about to like, something's about to come in as a correction. Something's about to come in as a correction to bring balance. Let me see. Let me get another card. Clarify the 6 of Pentacles with the emotions are running high. What is that? 6 of Pentacles with the emotions running high. Yeah, I'm seeing the Tower again. Something with the mind. Because is that where the work through your fears that came out? No, I think that was what do you need to release? What was on the bottom of the deck with that? But so I see the 2 of Swords, the Tower, the King of Swords, the 8 of Swords. So it's something about the emotions running high. It's like your mind going to worst case scenario. And like really, and I had spoke about, okay, you're going to have to be able to use your intuition to know when it's false and when it's true. Because, with the 8 of Swords, she's not bound by anything. The only thing keeping her trapped there is herself. And with the 2 of Swords, it can be like not seeing something clearly, right? And so it's like really having to lean into your intuition. But I also see the Two of Swords where she can be very much so in her intuitive eye, right? So much in her third eye, so much using her clairvoyance, right? That she's ready for anything and that she's able to know the difference. Like going into the space, she could concentrate different. And so you're able to navigate whatever change is coming. And with this King of Swords here, so the King of Swords being on top of the Eight of Swords, the King of Swords being on top of the Eight of Swords, because the King of Swords is very logical, right? The King of Swords can cut through the nonsense, can see through the bullshit. And so it's given like you're going to have to be able to see the bigger picture. See where the balance is. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. Wow. And the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck, too. High Priestess and the Queen of Cups. So it's all about the intuition. So what's here to prepare you for the next season? Oh, yeah. And I forgot we were talking about the next season. So there may be some things that are going to be like coming up. And maybe on the bigger scale, maybe on the like, you're going to be seeing things come up externally, but you're going to have to see through see through it all. See through the falsehoods, see through the game, see through the propaganda. But with the Six of Pentacles, it's like, but you're not going to be affected by that because you've been on it. And we already said like the divine is clearing things out. Like there's something so divine that's working for you. There's something so divine that's working for you right now. So it's like, that's what you have to remember. And with that Two of Swords, King of Swords. Yeah. Recognizing your power. So something about the thoughts. So make sure that you're not allowing your thoughts to run the show, and not allowing your negative thoughts to run the show. Yeah. Because there's a knowing you have to stand in with this High Priestess. Know what you're deserving of with the Six of Pentacles. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Can I please have a card for what energy is calling to be seen from a new perspective? What energy is calling to be seen from a new perspective? At this new moon eclipse in Virgo, what energy is calling to be seen from a new perspective? The Ace of Swords. Yeah, so it's definitely giving, oh wow, the Ten of Cups, the Three of Cups, period. I love that. I love that. So what energy is now ready to be called for a new perspective and for the Ace of Swords to come out? Because the Ace of Swords is like a triumphant energy. The Ace of Swords is the truth, right? It's like there's something about like standing in your own authenticity, which I was already speaking about when this card had came out. Just holding that truth, like never allowing your light to be dim, never like closing down your heart out of fear of hurt or being misunderstood, or like just being able to stand in who you truly are is a way that you give back into the world. And that is an energy that like will triumph over everything. Right? And that's going to lead you right into your deepest desires of your heart. The space where you're celebrating, where you're like truly happy. Yeah. And then I see the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. Judgment. Because it's what's meant for you. And I can't believe this is at like 40 minutes already, because I still want to get tea leaves and we're going to get a blessing card. So let's, yeah. Let's clarify this last one. What's the guidance for clarity of vision, direction, and next steps? Queen of Swords popped out. So is given again. So I see the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords here. Queen of Cups back on the bottom of the deck. The Moon and the Death card. So I see an end of a tough cycle approaches. Work through your fears. So with the Queen of Swords, clarifying that energy is definitely giving be clear in your mind at this time. Stand in your power, know who you are, and know that the old fears, the old ways of thinking, of being that are bringing forth fears, don't allow that to throw you off of where you're getting to, because there's a new cycle that's meant for you. And so it's just given very much to stand in your power. So be logical, but you also have this Queen of Cups here. And the Queen of Cups is very intuitive. She's grounded on earth and in water. So her heart is very much centered, and she's able to tap into that. So you need both. Moving forward, as we shift cycles. Wow, and it says balance, spirituality, and practicality, which was on the bottom. And so that's very much the spirituality and practicality. That's the balance that you need to have right now, especially so as we go into Libra season, you need to be balancing your spirituality and your practicality, your mind. I'm like, sorry, it's reversed. Your mind and your heart, right? We want to bring these things into balance for the highest results. I wish I knew where my charger was right offhand. I wish I could see it. Okay, so let's see what the tea leaves are for the collective at this new moon eclipse in Virgo. What's the fortune at this new moon eclipse in Virgo for the collective? Fortune. I think we got 4 out this deck. This one fell. Ooh wee. Ooh wee. Dang it. Y'all want to see what fell out? Crib. Birth or conception of a child or enterprise child. Okay, let me see the other one. That's just the one that flipped over. But we'll see what the other ones are. What's the collective's fortune at this new moon eclipse in Virgo? And Lion, time to act. Lion, time to act. Okay, give me a second. Let me find my charger. Wow, and it was right in front of my face. Okay, sorry, y'all. So it doesn't die. Okay, so let's look at the tea leaves we got. And we got 2 special ones. So I see younger man, Dylan's or a relationship with a younger man. And we did see a new romantic cycle coming in. So it could be that. I see someone working against you behind your back. I'm like, but that really don't even matter with this temperance here, when I already said like the divine energy. And then with this 2 of Swords, the King of Swords, it's like you already know that. And you're already clearing that out. Goldfish, increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. So there's about to be tangible. And we see the 6 of Pentacles here. right? So literally an increase in wealth and material growth. Dog, protection from a powerful friend. So it's like the ride don't matter. The ride don't matter. That's why I say like protection from a powerful friend. You're protected. Yeah, as you're stepping into this new cycle, and then we saw time to act. Time to act. Standing in your truth, being authentic to who you are with that lion energy. Cracked cup, dissatisfaction with life. And we said crib, so birth or conception of a child or enterprise. September, so maybe before the end of September, something's gonna change. Something's gonna be birthed. And I was already talking about like an idea. I was saying that getting sparked inspiration or idea for something. Owl. Oh my gosh, y'all won't believe the last card. What y'all think the last card is? But it says owl. Good advice from a wise person. You're welcome. I'm your owl. No, I'm playing. Could be though. Could be. It could be some advice, but you'll be getting advice from a person that's gonna help you. Um, wow. And then the last card is wealth. And so we had seen something else with money, right? Yeah, we had already seen increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. So like you're gonna be having a wealth before the end of September, I see. And so if I guess if you have an idea, it's given time to act. It's given time to act with that lion energy. And we did see the confidence is your key to success. When we were looking at a time to give rather than take, that was the energy ready to be seen from a new perspective. So maybe you have an idea for something. Maybe you get inspired by something. Act on it. Because if you've been dissatisfied with life, everything's about to change as you step into this new cycle. Work through your fears because the end of a tough cycle approaches. So like all this goodness is about to come in for you. Things are working out for you. You got people like you got spiritual guidance, right? So yeah, there's a lot of energy and like you obviously finna get a check. I'm like, if you finna get a check, go ahead, send your donations to Nay underscore 3. Wait, let me not say that because I don't even know my cash out by heart. Go to Nay Studs Jury and shop with your girl. But yeah, let's get a blessing card and we'll get out of here because this I didn't want it to go this long. I'm gonna have to figure out how to like, or maybe I'm gonna have to just like miniaturize the readings for YouTube. Yeah. I'm gonna have to start doing like maybe 3 card pulls or something. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. What's the blessing for the collective at this new moon eclipse in Virgo? What blessing for the collective? What's the collective's blessing at this new moon eclipse in Virgo? Like 1, 2, 3. What's the collect? Oh. I'm like just basking that for a little bit. Like, look at that. Look at the new cycle. That's you walking through the threshold. What is the blessing? What is the blessing? That looks like your wealth coming in, baby. The birth of something new coming in. Oh, just wait. Just wait. It says a blessing from the light. You are dearly loved, more than you can possibly imagine, and you are never alone. I told you, you literally have the divine, like orchestrating and standing behind you. A universe of love and light surrounds you and showers you with blessings that ebb and flow in your hearts. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. So there's like, I was already just speaking, like there's divine guidance that is looking out for you, that is covering you, that is like willing things to you. As I look at the next card, it's an angel. So just say thank you to your angels and just recognize that we all have bright and shining angels, each of us, and that they are always ready to assist you and that you can call on them in any moment that you're in need. Start working with your angels. A lot of people don't work with their angels enough, and they are there. And I got to read this one because we had already seen Believe in the Impossible. Oh, and there's goldfish on this card, y'all. There's goldfish on this card. So there's about to be an increase in material wealth or spiritual growth for sure. That's a double confirmation. And we saw the wealth card too. And so like, and I just looked at this card and also on the bottom of the deck. I usually read it. But yeah, the blessing of endless possibility. And we saw believe in the impossible. Allow your inner child to be the master for a while and don't take things too seriously. Have fun and explore the world of endless possibility. Something wonderful is created through imagination and innocence. And I already seen something, and younger man is here too, y'all. But I was already saying something with the Page of Swords about like something like being creative, something sparking something in you. um so yeah, this is definitely inner child energy with this younger man and with this page, because the page can be seen as a child too, right? And maybe this is like working with your inner child is going to help you birth something into creation, into being. Yeah. So you're blessed in this. You have like the possibilities are endless for you. The possibilities are endless for you. So something is about to like come into fruition. We saw like with the wealth it's given, you're about to see something tangible by, dare I say, by the end of September. Before the end of September. And I was already saying like the new cycle begins in Libra season. Damn, I was saying that. The new cycle is going to begin in Libra season. And I was saying Libra season begins in 2 days. So yeah, it will very much still be September when something comes into fruition for you, where you receive blessing. Like we have this double goldfish, like you might get a raise, you might get an unexpected check, you might just get, a message about something happening or working out for you. So yeah, that is the message for the new moon eclipse in Virgo. I hope that you enjoy it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I will be back for the full moon in Aries. Yeah, that will be my next reading. Is the full moon in Aries. So yeah, make sure y'all will go to Nays Touch Jewelry if you want to book a personal reading. There's one more day left to get your personal reading for the new moon eclipse in Virgo. And then sometime next week, my books will open for the full moon in Aries. So if you want to get your personal reading, make sure y'all go there. You want to get jewelry, hit me up. Make sure y'all purchase Life is a 52-week devotional journal. And that's where you can just go through, and there's beautiful practices in there, and there's beautiful reflections about life and all the things that life is, and different ways that life encompasses different energies. And so yeah, it's for you to like kind of work on some things and have a gentle reflection. So I would love it if y'all go purchase that. That's also available at Name Touch Jewelry, and it's also available on Amazon. If you're into jewelry making or maybe creating, or you want to learn a new skill, Golden Touch is also available on Name Touch Jewelry and Amazon. And that is a guidebook that I put out with Peace, Peace, Peace. You're welcome. So that's a guidebook that I put out for you to learn how to make your jewelry. You see how I'm shining. I sell jewelry, but I'll also teach you how to make some of your own too. So if you're a creative or you want to learn something new, Golden Touch is probably the book for you. But Regardless, I hope that y'all have a beautiful eclipse season. Welcome to your new life. I hope that things are just going to be working out for you. And yeah, so I will see y'all next time.